I think it's the mic.
Okay.
Right, so that's good. That's good. Like, all right. Okay, yeah, cool. So, you give them support, education, step-by-step blueprint to get ahead. Mastermind group, like where people can post their problems, and then you help them to get on with it, right? To help them to get to the next level, right? Then you have a Slack group, and then you have a Discord group, right? So, guys, the understanding in terms of into the ICOs, the first thing you need to understand is the understanding of the cryptocurrency, understanding of Bitcoin, understanding of Ethereum, right? And which is, as we've said before, that I developed that course, 26 videos, which comes with this course, and then and we're helping them people to, whether they're starting on right scratch, they're the beginners, they have no idea, but they're feeling they should get into cryptocurrency, or they believe into the cryptocurrency, and that's where we lay out step-by-step process so they can progress from quite beginner to the next level into ICOs, gold rush, and plus they can, once they have enough money, they can start putting into the passive income system. So now our next step is to talk about, Gavin, the crypto passive income system, right? So can you walk through my audience regarding what is that crypto passive income system is?
Yeah, well, the passive income system will give you basically what it is. Passive income is going to give you like that weekly pay, whereas the ICOs are going to give you that lump sum big, wads of cash.
Yeah.
So you can diversify your portfolio. We recommend that you do. But the reason why I created the passive income system was because with ICOs, obviously you have to wait, sometimes 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes months.
Yeah.
Whereas the passive income system was going to give you that extra daily cash flow kind of thing that you need. Then you can diversify into ICOs.
Yeah.
And it's basically a done-for-you system. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we basically have is we have a team that is set up in the background to handle the mechanics, all the technical issues that's associated with the passive income system. And what we do is we sell seats, or what you call upgrades.
Yeah.
And people can just buy these upgrades, and then it earns 24/7, and then that is paid weekly every Monday.
Which is yesterday.
Which is yesterday, every Monday. And everyone gets paid their Monday weekly pay, pretty much. So this is apart from just actually, taking your Bitcoin and then doing these upgrades. There's a couple of steps in between too, but there's really it's very easy to do, very basic to do.
Yeah.
And then apart from that, once it's set up, the team will take like a 5% cut.
Yeah.
Of which can come out of your profits anyway, so you're not going to miss that in the sense that you don't have to outlay anything.
Yeah.
And then you just get paid weekly. So,
well, what's your daily pay is now? I will tell you.
Yeah, obviously, this is from my efforts. And
of course it is.
And there's capital required to earn.
Yes.
But I'm at about $500 a day now. So
that's why you're chilling next to the pool.
That's it, yeah. and the passive income system is something that I added for all the ICO Gold Rush members,
yeah.
which was what you're going to get. It's if we were to sell it separately, we haven't done that yet.
Yes.
But it's part of the deal that you're going to get with Bursha.
Yes.
So, and it's just one of those things that's going to give you that weekly pay.
Yes.
And obviously that requires capital as well. Like so. If you obviously buy into the course with Bursha and you get everything, you're still going to need additional capital. Obviously, you're going to need additional capital because $500 a day or $50 a day or $100 a day is just not going to fall out of the sky, right?
Yes.
That requires capital to leverage. So money on top of other money.
Yeah. So here's the thing, Gavin. I guess that you saw that what happened with it was a again, gold rush between, let's say, July to end of December or beginning of January. It was a huge that you put the money into any ICOs, you double, triple, four, tenfold or 20-fold, or some of them Wabi and Icon, they 100x, right? So what he thought, okay, there's an ICO winter, like it's like there's the market crashes from $800 billion to back to 350 or 300 billion dollars. So he said to himself, hey, he said, you know what, I still want to help my ICO Gold Rush peeps. How can I add value? That's why I have a lot of respect for Gavin, that he could have done it, like charge the people who was in the ICO Gold, and then they paid him no problem, because it's just you're getting money every day and getting paid weekly, right? But he didn't do it. He said, look, what, I'm gonna help my peeps get to the next level, right? So this is where you need to understand, guys, whether you're starting out, right, you in the middle, or you are at the next level, right, and you don't know how to create a passive income into the crypto. That's the 3 system we're giving away today. I'll put the link above, but just click the link, and then if you have any question, ask me, send me a personal message. I'm more than happy to take you to walk through the process, right? So it's like you getting a 3 system. I want you to understand that if you're starting off, you don't need to worry about it. Why you don't need to worry about it? Because I created 26 videos step by step where it take you to being below zero to the level where you understand completely how cryptocurrency actually works, right? And also I created a support group where you're doing the course, and then that help you through it, right? But again, if you are to the level where you're investing into ICOs but you're alone, you don't know what's happening right now in terms of ICOs, and as Gavin has created the passive income system in crypto, then that's the system for you. Just click the link above, and then you get into the system. And I really want you to get into the system. I really want you to, because it's just it's a great deal. We're getting 3 different courses into one bundle together. Is that Gavin? Are you thinking to put that passive income system into separate price? Are you thinking about it, for the new members or something like that? Because I think you should.
Yeah, we thought about, when we first started, I thought about looking at, like you said, charging to the peeps.
Yes.
But I just decided to offer it as part of the ICO Gold Rush, what they already paid into the course.
Yes.
And but yeah, we were looking at charging anywhere from say $300 to $500 just for the passive income system, because the webinar we did last night, there's already many people at $50, $100 a day, $200, $400, $500 a day, right?
Yes.
And we've only been going for 3 weeks, so it's something that's really working really very well, and it's actually been working since 2015.
Yes.
We've just been able to
plug the things together,
put the things together to make that happen.
Yes. Well, that's wonderful. Here's the thing, guys. You need to understand that, the first step is to getting into the game. The second step is to analyzing the ICOs, the right team, right project, and see how that system works. And then once you have you have enough money generated, which Gavin's peeps have generated that income, and he brought that passive income system into crypto, and then they just leverage on it. They multiply their money, what they already have, And that's something I really look into, the Grant Cardone and Tal Lopez, anybody, Tony Robbins, anybody who created a money, they find a system to actually multiply that money to the next level, right? So that's something it cross your mind, Gavin, as well. If people have the money sitting in $100,000 or $200,000 or $250,000 portfolio, so that how can they leverage it? So you got the first thing is you don't have the money. You created the money, so now you have that enough money to multiply money. So that's kind of one kind of people. You could be a person who already have that money, and you just want to leverage that money. So it depends that what sort of goals you have to achieve into the system. So what's your take on that, Gavin?
I mean, like last year, ICOs, I mean, we were making 10x on pretty much everything that we went in. So, you can imagine, many of us went in with $10,000-$20,000 in each ICO. So you can imagine that we easily made a 5 or 10x on return.
Yes.
And that was last year. But this year is a little bit more difficult because there's more players in the game.
Yes.
The market's changed.
Yes.
It's got harder. And now, really, if for new people getting into it,
Yes.
that because in 2017 ICOs were so lucrative,
Yes.
now it's still very lucrative, but it's got harder.
Yes.
So, for newbies trying to get into it now, it's going to be harder for you because you don't know the market conditions, and you don't know how it's changed, and you don't know just everything has changed.
Yes.
And it's got harder. So, for new people coming in, you need some sort of step-by-step guide and support,
Yes.
which we offer here. More than anything, because if you try to do everything by yourself, you could probably do it last year and get away with it, but
Yes.
this year it's very, very hard.
Well, like Gavin, I mean myself, like the reason is collaboration. Getting into the course is that you can't do it on your own. It's just like this is just a fact. Like even with the passive income system, we have to bring the team in to put the pieces together, right? Because the space is evolving at the speed of light, right? It's just evolving so fast. That's where you need to have the right mindset. Like another question it brings like, what do you think that why people has to hang out with the right mindset of people? Why the people who kind of not similar goal but heading into the same direction? Like, what do you think that's kind of important in that sense?
Well, yeah, no one knows everything,
Yes.
and the sense that it goes back to masterminds, right? The way to get to your goal faster is to collaborate with other people that know more than you.
Yes.
And that's why masterminds created. That's why millionaires all get together.
Yes.
In like a closed door environment. Like you always hear about these secret masterminds, and the reason why they do that is because they take lessons that each one has made, then they discuss it and openly share it. So then the other person doesn't have to make those mistakes, right?
Yeah.
You learn from the other person that has already made the mistake,
Yes.
and then you don't have to make the mistake. So the mistake is made.
Yes.
It's just not by you.
Yes.
And you can still learn the mistake. All right. So this is very important. And once you have a mastermind of like-minded people that bring different skills, different backgrounds,
Yeah.
and you all come together,
Yes.
right? You can learn off each other,
Yes.
leverage that and the knowledge, and to get to the next level. Now, if you're trying to do it by yourself,
Yes.
like imagine you sitting in a room trying to figure it all out, but then Bursha's sitting in a room and he has 10 millionaires around him. Like, who's going to be the first person to get to $10 million? I guarantee it's not going to be you.
Yes.
So that's why we have this mastermind, because you can leverage off other people, and this is all part of ICO Gold Rush. We have these weekly webinars. We've had 31. The average one goes for an hour and 15 minutes, and this is over 31 straight weeks, and we even did one Christmas Day.
That's wonderful, Gavin. Like and that's lucky. Look, I mean, what Gavin said, we practicing it. We're not just saying it. The reason I'm gonna say that, I came from Adelaide here in Chiang Mai, right? Like, let's say I came up for 2 days conference, which is tomorrow and day after, right? That wasn't my purpose. That was just not a major purpose. My purpose is to collaborate with Gavin, like to figure out the things that I can help the other people to take them to the next level, right? Because if I sitting there in Adelaide and trying to figure out how to do it and this and that, like and not to collaborate to the level where we're going, like with the ICOs and the crypto market. Crypto market is changing every single day, like it's false to say I fucking know everything, right? It's not everyone, like, and nobody does no. Even the developers who creating a cryptocurrency, I mean, look at the Satoshi, right? Satoshi Nakamoto, when he created it, he actually created it in terms of exchange of money, like in terms of, like, you know, if we not exchange the money, if we can just use the Bitcoin, that was his purpose. Now Bitcoin is now a smart contract. Bitcoin is getting in more application on top of that, which is like a smart contract. Like, you can have any kind of, like, whether it's a housing industry, whether it's a construction industry, whether it's a manufacturing industry, like anything, like right now. But right now, here's the thing, like, you need to collaborate with the people. You need to have those people around you that push you, not the people who say, oh, we don't understand what Bitcoin is, we don't understand what cryptocurrency is, we just think it's a fad, or we just think it's not the, it's going to disappear on the face of the earth or whatever. You don't want to surround yourself with those people. If you believe in the technology, you believe, think about this way, like, if somebody's saying to you in 1994 that, you know, internet is going to do a live video, Gavin and Bursha sitting here next to the pool in Chiang Mai and talking to the whole world through, I mean, somebody gonna say you fucking crazy, like, you know, that's not true, right? And we're doing it, and that's, even this live thing wasn't possible 3 years ago, right? You know, before Periscope, or there was another one, I'm not sure what it was called, and then Facebook Live comes through. So what I'm trying to say is that Jeff Bezos took the plunge. He said, I'm gonna sell books in 1994 on Amazon, and now you can buy anything you want from Amazon. Well, so what's your take on that, Gavin? Like, you know, because I think people don't realize that, people don't look into the projection of the future. Actually, that brings me back to your thing, Gavin. Remember the scooters back in 2008 when you're selling on eBay? We had a discussion of that, like when the business collapsed from $1 million to nothing, right? And I asked you the question that, you know, what you could have done differently. What we're talking today, that's what we discussed on the other day, that if he had the person, or he had the mastermind of people, what's coming is the saturation is coming into the selling the scooters or importing from China to here in Australia, then he could have sold the business over $1 million, and then, you know, he could have started something differently. What's your take on that, Gavin?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, at that point in time, I just wasn't at that level of thinking. I just thought, you know, hey, when we're making, you know, money hand over fist, this is never going to stop.
Yes.
So I didn't have that mastermind group.
Yes.
And, you know, first of all, I didn't even think that, you know, I needed it.
Yes.
So my thinking was different back then.
Yeah.
And if I would have had a mastermind group, it would have been like, hey, you know, this is going to come to an end in maybe 36 months or 24 months. You know, we're at the peak of selling our scooters.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to, you know, exit or sell off the business at its peak, because
Yes.
the revenue was coming in.
Yes.
And get into some other, or sell the business as a complete business.
Yes.
And sell it off, and you could probably 5x or 4x your the income that it was coming in, take that money and then start off something new.
Yes.
But that's what it was. It just didn't have the know-how.
Yes.
First of all, I didn't even think that we needed it.
Yes.
And didn't have the know-how,
Yeah.
and have the people there to give you this advice.
Yes.
I just wasn't at that level, and this is why it's so important now that, I mean, if you don't have high-level advice from other people that have already been doing it for 6 to 12 months, and you're trying to get into it now,
Yes.
you are going to struggle. I mean, you eventually figure it out. You probably lose a lot of money along the way.
Yes.
But you just don't have. You just need that mastermind of experienced people, right? They say nothing beats experience. I mean, hands down, nothing beats experience.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you can't. You mean, you just have to mastermind with these people to get you to that next level.
Yeah.
So you don't make the mistakes that we've already made.
Well, Gavin, here's the thing, right? The perfect, like, you know, again, it's not preaching, it's fucking practice, right? So he created ICO Gold Rush in the starter actually to September 2017. Then he thought to himself, hey, how can I leverage to the next level? How can I evolve? This is the piece you need to understand, that the evolver, like the human being or the technology or the systems in place, they need to evolve to move further or to sustain. Not really sustain, but keep crushing it. So he brought, after ICO Gold Rush, he brought a crypto passive income system. That's kind of makes sense. What you made a mistake in 2008, then you like, you know, but whether it's a conscious or unconsciously, like, you know what, I need to take this business, what I created, to the next level. And I had a lot of respect for that, Gavin. And on top of that, you know, hanging out with you last 6-7 days, it opens my eyes. It like, you know, I'm just thinking what Gavin made mistakes, or you know, that what he learned, I can leverage with those 7 days, and then not to do. Here's the thing: not do the things, not to do the things. And move faster into the space. That's what we're trying to talk about here. That mastermind is one of those things that are, you know, shit, I never ever thought about that, right? So that's where the group of people heading in a similar direction, could be different goal, heading in a similar direction, have a skill set in a different level, and leverage to the next level. You know, that's why I brought Gavin onto the show, that you know, like, you know, to make you understand that, you know, I came to Thailand. It's just not the conference. It's to collaborate with Gavin to help you guys out into starting out in crypto, ICOs, how to analyze them, how to buy into it, where to store it, when to sell it, which exchanges they need to buy it, and then eventually, if you got enough capital, then you can create every single day. Like right now, Gavin is at $500 per day from this passive income system. That is done for you. You don't need to do anything. Like, all you gotta do is, again, a lot of people think, is that a guarantee? Here's the thing. There's fucking nothing guarantees in life, right? It's all about figuring out the things that are working, that, you know, and nobody else knows about it. Not masses actually get into it. Like right now, how many people I know about ICO? Not many yet, but still, it's the ICO space is crowding up, like, you know, the filling up. And now Gavin brought the new crypto income system. Like, how do you, Gavin, figure out this shit? Like, how do you come up with these weird ideas? Like, are you constantly looking? Because I'm trying to pick your mind again, because, right? So how do you, like, you know, what do you think, because of the failures you have in the past, or like you even last night you said it, like, you know, don't worry about the trends, don't worry about that, I'm onto it, like, you know, where'd that come from, Gavin? Like, you know,
it's going back to my failures, right? I could have done things differently when I had an offline business.
Yes.
And with the scooters,
yeah,
you know, I learned a valuable lesson.
Yes.
And even though that lesson probably cost me $1 million,
yes,
I'll never forget it.
Yes.
Right? And I'll never forget it. So here we have a community of people that, you know, want to make some really good money with ICOs.
Yes.
And it's an emerging trend. It's still huge. It's still only, you know,
getting out of the ground. Yeah.
And we're in crypto winter at the moment, and
yes,
there's still, you know, people are still spending $2 billion on
yes,
ICOs. Okay,
yes,
so it's just getting started. It's just like the competition's coming, and it's just a little bit harder. So that's why you need our expertise. But go back to what you said. It's I've learned from the lessons from the past,
yes,
and I know that, you know, the saying goes, you know, if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yes.
You know, and
not expanding, you're contracting, right?
That's right.
yeah.
If you don't stay, you know, one step ahead,
yes,
2 or 3 steps ahead of the game,
yeah,
you're just going to become a statistic.
Yes.
So, I mean, ICOs is far from gone.
Yes.
You know, this passive income system is going to give you that
leverage,
that extra money, you
yes,
know, that comes in every week. So you can then diversify your portfolio, have a bit of a passive income system that's giving you that, you know, daily income. Then you got the lump sums that you come in, you know, you make the lump sum earnings from the ICOs, right?
Yes.
And there could be something later on down the track in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know what it is. But I'm always researching. I spend a lot of time every day. I spend a lot of time, and that's what I basically do because I don't have a job. I live here in Chiang Mai. So, I'm thinking, well, if I'm people are at work in their day jobs, I'm looking for the next thing which I can hit even before everyone even knows. I mean, not even the passive income system is just new, right? We're only like 3 weeks into it.
Yes.
But people don't even know exactly what the passive income system, how it all kind of works.
Yeah.
You just have to know that it works and it's working very well.
Yeah.
But it's like anything, right? As soon as the masses come on board and they figure out what it is, it becomes diluted.
Yes.
So we're sort of kind of keeping it under wraps at the moment. We don't really want to expose every single detail about it.
Yeah.
Just know that it does work.
Yeah.
And I put my reputation behind this because obviously I've got ICL Gold Rush peeps.
Yeah.
And then I've got this system coming in. My reputation's on the line here.
Yeah.
And we've got over 300 plus members in
220?
ICL. About that in ICL Gold Rush.
Yeah.
So many of those members are making very good income, and they're looking at their weekly pay. They can't wait till Mondays.
They're pretty pumped. They're pretty pumped, right?
They were pumped last night. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the thing, like having a mastermind, having a group of those people. And as I said, I come from from Adelaide to here, to travel to here, Thailand, to catch up with Gavin. I mean, even I was talking to Gavin on the Facebook Messenger or everything, on the phone. That's just not that we created a special bond. We hang out together. We had a New Year celebration together in the Thailand, the water festival. Ate together. I love food. Gavin loved food, right? So it's just amazing. How I always thinking that how can I add value to people's life? How can I add, take them to where they are right now? How can I take them to the next level, right? That's my whole idea behind that. Gavin, here's another thing, right? How important it is not necessarily crypto. How important it is that people need to get ahead of where they are right now, whichever the business is, why they need to be researching further ahead of anybody else. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very competitive market,
Yeah.
and you get eaten alive in this space.
Yes.
And really, only the strong survive.
Yes.
But I mean, you're not going to have to worry about what's the next trend or what's coming.
Yes.
Because we've got our group, which doing very well. You've got myself, which is I go to events, offline events.
Yes.
So, and I know you two do, you as well, Bursha. We meet people.
Yes.
So this is an ongoing thing that we all do to make sure that we know what's coming next, right?
Yes. Yes.
So then, not from the standpoint of hey, we're going to plug this, we're going to plug this, we're going to plug this, but we've already got things that are working now.
Yes.
And we know that it's the next thing that of whatever the evolution of crypto, wherever it's going to go. Whether it's going to go. We don't know where it's going to go. It could go mobile. It could go. We just don't know where crypto is going to go. These trends are, but we're on top of it, right? We're constantly on top of it. We know what's coming.
Yes.
So then we don't become that dinosaur. But
Yes.
Going back to the reason why people don't have this, you might be a day job or you're still trying to, figure out how to make money while you're sleeping, or whether you just don't. At the end of the week, you're always struggling.
Yes.
And I've done many live streams on this, and the reason why is you don't have leverage.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Robert Kiyosaki talks about leverage.
Yeah.
Right? You need leverage. If you're flipping for pay and you have to beat your day job,
Yeah.
you have no leverage.
Yes.
Whereas if you have money that you take from your day job,
Yes.
right, and you put into another thing, which then compounds in the sense that makes you money while you don't have to be there. You're using money as a leverage tool to then make more money, right?
Yes.
So this is the thing. Once you have enough leverage, that you've got so much leverage that you've got money out there making you money on top of money.
Yes.
And you've got so much leverage out there that you don't have to be at your day job. That's the difference, right? That's the reason why people become rich, millionaires become even more filthy rich, is because they have so much leverage that even when they're sleeping, they're making money on top of money on top of money, that they can't even stop it.
Yes.
Right? There's so much money getting made while they're doing what they don't even need to be there, right?
Yes.
So this is the thing. If you're at your day job, you need to put yourself in a situation where you can then leverage the money that you make at your day job.
Yes.
Position yourself where you have leverage. It's one day, you know, it might be
Position, guys. Yeah.
yeah, 3 months, 6 months down the track, or it might even take you 12 months or 2 years, right?
Yes.
But you're already putting things in place where then you have that money working for you, make money on top of money on top of money. And then one day, you don't need to go to your day job. You've got so much leverage.
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. Again, it's not a preaching. That's the practice. Like, because I want to come back to that. What we're teaching here is that it's a practice. Like what Gavin said. That's the practice. Why I'm saying that, I remember the making money was the first priority for him for 2 years or 3 years ago. Now it's all about leveraging. I have the money. How can I put that money into a system, which is one of the system we're talking about, a passive crypto income system, right? Like, you know, how he. So he's just not talking about it. He's just not talking about Robert Kiyosaki. He's doing it for himself, right? Okay, the another leverage thing. Leverage is not just about money, right? If you look at myself, right? I'm not here right now. I'm leveraging like what of the skill set I have. I'm leveraging with Gavin to bring, like, to helping other people to go through that what he has already created. I don't need to create it. We already have it there. Like, all we gotta do is we gotta have collaborate together, and just ready for that. Like, I collaborate with Gavin, right? So my course plus Gavin's, the two courses together to take the people to the next level. So leverage can be seen in a different way. Is that right, Gavin? Right?
Absolutely.
Right. So because if you're thinking I'm gonna do it all my own, well, you know, it's depends. Like, you know, it's all depends. You can start off and then say, hey, how can I leverage more people, more money, and how can I multiply it? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a marketing, whether it's a sales, whatever it is, that you gotta leverage it out. The last question I'm gonna ask you, Gavin, failures. We talked about it before this, right? I really want to tell people that, you know, instant gratification, how many failures you have gone through, or the other people we know about it, right? So when somebody look at the success, they always look at the overnight success. When you look back, it's always 10, 20, 15 years, at least minimum 10 years for that overnight success. What's your take on that, the failures? Because I really want to focus on that, like, not in a sense to focus on the failure, but in a sense that, it's just a part of the game to fail and just get up and then just push it through it, right? So what's your take on that, Gavin?
Yeah, look, failure is part of it. It's all part of it.
Yeah.
You will fail. You must fail in order to be successful.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
And instant gratification is one of those things that it's like a cancer.
Yeah.
Right. If you crave for instant gratification, I would say you're probably having a, you might be still struggling because you crave this instant gratification. And success is not instant gratification. Success takes years. And so it's totally the opposite. But we live in a society now where it's instant gratification. We want things now.
Yes.
We think things are going to happen overnight, and that's far from the truth. So failures, we learn from our failures. One thing that you want to get away from is instant gratification. Just understand that you're going to go through these failures. It takes time, but not necessarily. You don't need to wait 20 years before you have success. I mean, you can get there in 10 years, you can get there in a couple of years.
Yes.
Right? Just know that it's going to take time, you need to be patient, but you can get there a lot faster, right? The lessons still need to be learned, all right? But you can learn those lessons faster through other people from their mistakes.
I totally agree, because as I said again, I came from Adelaide to here in Chiang Mai, spent $3,000 on it, to what Gavin had learned in 10 years or 15 years. How can I learn fastest and implement straight away in my life, right? I'm not looking for a like the instant gratification. I'm looking for how can I go faster? How can I shorten that distance to get to the place I want to be, and that's only happens when you take actions, when you actually execute it, to not sitting in yourself and then just say I'm gonna make it happen. You gotta have other people doing it. You gotta have leverage with that. You gotta have a talk with that. You gotta have that presence next to them. So thank you everybody who's watching, guys, and the last thing I'm gonna say, that I'll put the link above. Once you click on that link, you get into ICO Gold Rush. You're getting an ICO Gold Rush, plus you're getting a passive income system with in crypto, plus you're getting a my course within that bundle. So you're getting a 3 things, guys, right? The bundle together. Click the link above and just get started. As we had a support group, my side, Gavin's side, mastermind, a webinar every Monday. Any support you need from the starting out to whether you are at the next level into ICOs or another cryptocurrencies, and then you're looking forward to multiply the income into crypto passive income system. Click the link above and then just go for it. All right, guys, and here's the thing, I'm gonna fucking debunk that, what we talked about before, that selling is bad. Selling is not bad at all. I want you to get into the course. Why? Because we're providing 3 different ways of value. It's just not that you buy the course and you just we disappear. No, we are with you, but step by step, into the mastermind, into the Facebook groups, or into the webinar, every step along the way. So that's why, if you're putting value out there, if you helping people to the next level, I'm saying that buy my product, buy Gavin's product, buy it together. As I said, it's just one product, we put it together and then just go and buy it. You got so much value in that. So I'm just, that's why we talked about why you should buy it, what was the reason behind it. That's why the whole value, we put it together to make you understand that you get into the course to go to the next level. Gavin, my man, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, man. Cheers, bud. See you guys. Thank you.
Click the link.
Click the link above.